I just finished with one thing. There was a person in Bani Israel, because people said, ji amal hone chahiye, ji amal hone chahiye, achhe amal hone chahiye. There was one person in Bani Israel. He was renowned for committing sins. He used to commit sins of such a caliber that people were so abhorred by the caliber of his sins. जब वो मरा, इतना गुनाहगार था, लोगों ने उसका जनाजा भी नहीं पढ़ाया. They didn't even read his janaza. They said, itna gunagar, such a sinner. They chucked his body on a heap of rubbish. They said, this is the fate of such a sinner. But Allah inspired Musa Kalimullah. Oh Musa, you are ulul azam. Go and find the body of this person. So Musa alayhi salam went to Bani Israel and he said, excuse me, I've got a job. Allah has given me a job. He said, what's the job? He said, I've got to read namaz janaza of someone. He said, of who? He said, such and such a person. He said, that person, you are going to read his janaza? We didn't even read his janaza. He was such a sinner that we just chucked him in the dump hole. Musa alayhi salam says, listen, you judge through your eyes, but Allah has commanded me, I have to do my job. So he went, he saw his dead body infested with insects, stinking, smelling, and he looked at that and he thought to himself, this person, he's renowned for his sins, and I have been called here to lead his janazah. Anyway, he did what he was commanded. He gave him ghusl and he led his janazah. He buried him in a dignified way. Then Musa alayhi salam spoke to Allah. Oh Allah, I ask you, oh Allah, I ask you, why did you ask me to lead janazah, purify him, bury him? Why did you give me all this trouble to come all the way from where I lived to do this act when this person was a renowned sinner? Allah said, oh Musa, there is no doubt that this person was a renowned sinner, that his sins were renowned to the extent that people didn't even bother leading his janazah. But oh Musa, as the advent of his death approached, he was drunk, he was intoxicated, he had committed sins. But on the floor he saw a piece of paper, and in that drunkard state, he opened his eyes, and on that paper was written the name of Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he saw the name of my beloved. He didn't think, he automatically kissed that name. And then he placed it in a higher place. Oh Musa, how do you expect me to look at his sins? How do you expect me to look at his reputation? How do you expect me to look at his integrity? He has respected my Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When he respected my Muhammad, I obliterated all of his sins. I cancelled his integrity. I cancelled his status in society, and I elevated him to the status that I forgave all of his sins. नमाज पढ़े माने न माने उसकी मर्जी है, ज़कात दे माने न माने उसकी मर्जी है, हज करे कबूल करे न करे उसकी मर्जी है, लेकिन एक बात यकीनी है, उसके महबूब की ताज़ीम कोई कर जाए तो अल्लाह उसको दुनिया में भी खाली नहीं छोड़ता, आखिरत में भी खाली नहीं छोड़ता. This is what the Ahl Sunnah strived on. This is what they thrive on. That we, our identity is the izzat, the azmat, the shan, the respect of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So now you know why when it comes to all matters of dunya, our tolerance levels are very, very high. But when it comes to the respect of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our tolerance does not exist. Why? Because why should we tolerate it when our Lord Allah has not tolerated it? May Allah give me and you the ability and the facility to uphold the integrity, respect, sanctity and status of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.